Alright, we return, and today is something a bit different. We're building. I've collected probably all the resources, unless we need more, in which case I haven't. And also I wanted gravel, which I don't have, and that's a little unfortunate. But we're going to be using this plot here to build a bakery, is the main idea. And I didn't plot anything out in like a private world. I just kind of said, I have an idea in my head of how this will go, and that idea is what we're going to do. So if it's not a good idea, I don't know what to say about that. So, I'm thinking, bro, how did that guy know? How did he know? How? Sorry, it's my eye burns. How did you know? I wonder if Discord says I am. It's possible. I'm thinking our entrance is going to be... So the main idea is we're going to use these as the flooring, which kind of suck to place down. But the part of the issue is I don't know how long I want the flooring to be. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty thin up front, like when you're entering, and then it becomes a thicker building in the back end. So something... Okay. Something probably like this. Oh, dog. Something about these blocks really sucks to like place down in old Minecraft because they don't work very well. To the level at which I would expect them to, at least. I guess they kind of seems like they register as a full block. So me standing here, is I interrupting it? I'm not too sure. Maybe they need a full block's worth of space to be placed down in order to be a half block. We might need to do more like that. Yeah. Hopefully no one needs that cave. Hopefully no one needs that specific few blocks. If so, you know, it happens. Do I want the entrance to be right here is a question. I think so. I think we want it to. That's a layout. That's not great. Oh my god, my eyes keep burning. That's crazy. We'll be using wood and probably planks for the most part. I did bring a lot of stone. Actually, I think stone would look good as like a bottom layer to the wall. So maybe like a stone around here that goes kind of like this. And then wood on top. That could be pretty good. Not the first time I've had wood on top, but you know, it works out. It should look pretty good. And thank God someone slept. I was worried I may have to do something about that. I kind of want to dig out this. I don't know if that guy's, like, build goes into here, so we're gonna find out. I think we might be good. Generally speaking, we look pretty good here. This poor guy will not have a view of the harbor anymore. Which I didn't think about. We're dooming him to a life of darkness, pretty much. He's gonna enter his Joker arc, and I think that could be the end. 2, 3. How tall are we in this? Don't do drugs either? Honestly, I don't know if I agree with that statement. I think it depends what drugs you're doing. I agree with that statement, though. I feel like I want to really specify that. I do agree not to beat your wife. Dropped inspiring words and left. Hopefully to not beat his wife. If he is gonna go beat his wife, though, and that's why he left, you can't always follow your heroes and what they say. Oh man, I did not make a furnace. I didn't bring coal. I did bring coal. So I guess while the glass smelts, we're gonna make a furnace. I'll make 3, because I'm probably gonna end up taking some of those home, because I need more at the house. Actually, you know, this is probably enough sand to split between 2 stacks. I don't claim to be a pro builder, but 2 furnaces is always better than 1, I think. And I think this actually looks pretty... Oh, it looks pretty fine. So far, at least. With a little fence. Like that. That's pretty cool. I'm chill with it. Actually, I brought leaves. I thought about doing bushes. So maybe this could be like, well, a fence, and then there's some bushery going on. Unfortunately, I don't have enough space to... Is that 3 or 4? It is a 4, not 3. That's unfortunate. So much is unfortunate, though. Find fortune in that. I don't know what's enough flowers. Flowers would look pretty good here, I think. Really going around? Although I kind of wanted to do like... something like that. There's a bushery going around the whole thing. I keep saying bushery. I think shrubbery is a better word. I don't know why I'm breaking it like that. I don't actually know if this grows grass, if there's blocks on it. I'm assuming not. Okay. This one we might... If I do a wall here, I really am being kind of like an unintentional asshole to that guy, because he just has his house and now he has no thing to see out of. So, maybe he hasn't been on the server at all. Maybe he's like a one-and-doner. In which case, I shouldn't feel bad. But I don't really know what is going on. I'm going to assume, though, that he's probably okay with this. And we want that, and we want to not do that. I'll take that this turn. I'm thinking... This... I'll start by doing this just to see how it looks, but I'm thinking that will not remain just plank. Whether we put glass there or something else occurs is still for debate. I think wool would look good on this build. I don't actually have much wool, and I don't remember if there's a wool farm on this server that's easily accessible. But I was thinking this, because it kind of looks like maybe it's a little natural. It's like they're balancing out something, and then that. How does that look? I think it looks okay. Maybe not great. No, I'm not too sure, honestly. If only we had half slabs that could be stacked on top of each other, and I could do something with that. I have a lot of sand, so I might as well thieve the glass already. And back this one up as well. I think it looks fine. Honestly, maybe it's partially, like, the roof height. Because if here is where it stops, maybe it needs to be a little bit shorter. Not as, like, imposingly tall of a building. I think that could help as well. If you saw this and you didn't know what it was, you would probably not think, wow, that's a bakery. You'd think, you know, wow, that's a big imposing building that probably makes me pay taxes and horrible other acts that no one likes. But I'm not too sure. I'm thinking maybe we want to do that. It's still, like, jumpable. You know, not technically hitting your head. which is kind of the big part of it for me. Do we want to knock out a layer? Is my question. I think so. I mean, worst case scenario, it's a waste of a little bit of glass. It's not a huge deal. Minecraft, you can't, you can't spend the whole game fretting over design decisions. Unless you're on the Minecraft realm I am, where something was built horribly uneven. In which case, you still probably shouldn't fret about it. Or fret about it, I don't know why I said threat. But, it is a giant, like, hub spawn, so, like, I guess I can kind of get the justification behind it. I guess those were one stack and they got split? That's weird. Oh, so I'm not using this, like, right. I should be doing, like, that instead of scrolling through them all. Except for this one, where I can just kind of collect as usual. Collect as normal. I'm a normal guy. Okay, and then the next layer will just be roofing. So I actually didn't have to tear down what I put up there. But I don't know why I did that. I don't get it. I didn't have to do that at all. Actually, I should have stayed like that. However, the roof, I'd love to do something like that, but I am not good at making roofs. In fact, they're probably one of the things I'm the worst at making. Although, I wonder how this would look with a bit of a cobble over this, over, like, just the windows. Does that look dumb? I don't think so. Maybe? Let's finish that and take another peek at it, then. Because it might not look dumb. But I am fully prepared for it to look dumb. And knock it out. I don't even know what to do for this one. Maybe just a wall. I think that looks fine. It adds a little bit of it adds a little bit of, like, a different appearance to it, so you're not just staring at wooden planks the entire time and potentially being disappointed. Although maybe Ogs would look good. Maybe logs would look good. I don't know what the hell an Og is. Honestly, I think that does look better. I'm playing on my phone. I didn't know you could play beta on your phone. I don't know what mod he's using. I've been wanting to try and get this running on my Steam Deck, though, just because I think it would be kind of cool to play this server in bed on the deck, although I'm not entirely sure about how well that would work, because or if I use it to, like, left click on them, it's kind of crazy. I don't know how well it would run on the Steam Deck. Or I guess less of how it would run and more about the controls. I feel like the controls might be pretty rough. Because, like, modern Minecraft is designed so you could work it with a controller. But this old version was not designed so you could work with a controller. Oh man, that looks... knock these out. I don't know what happened there. I feel like maybe I'm a little dumb. Cake when my birthday was in one day. Let them eat their cake. Famous line. Oh, we need to put torches in here. I'm assuming people will sleep. If they don't, however, I would like a little bit of a safety net from the dark. Probably like one right there. And in fact, now that these are broken, I think I'm gonna... was this version? Was this? Okay, this is... I think they just take that long to mine. No, I didn't say happy birthday to him. Happy belated birthday? Because I'm pretty sure he said it was yesterday. If it is today, you know what? Actually, if this is a bakery, it's gonna need a lot of furnaces. So I'm thinking we could do a wall of furnaces here. Hold up. Give free Wi-Fi anywhere? That's a pretty good idea. It only makes complete and total sense, which is why it's a good idea. Yet it took me a long time to think about how that is a thing. Can we place these in midair? There's weird rules about what you can place in midair and cannot place in midair in this version. Okay, you can. I guess midair is not the right word, but some things can't be, like, placed correctly. That's pretty dope. Looks good. And then we can have the... I'm thinking it'd go like this. So, man. We don't have a lot of space to work with, so I'm trying to be a little careful with how I design this. We have a lot of wood still, which is good. I'm also going to bring the crafting table in here because it's dark. And then I don't have to keep running out to grab things to craft. Crafting takes too long when it's dangerous. What makes a good, like, desk? Like, you go to the store and they have the desks where you pay with the POS, the piece of shit, and I don't know what would look good. Maybe oak? That looks okay, I think. I don't know how much I really like that, though. But I'm not entirely sure what other block would look good. I don't think we have fences, or the fence gates in this version of Minecraft, right? How do you make a fence? I don't remember. I think it's all sticks, right? That's making a fence. And then, do gates exist? Presumably not. Unless, by some bizarre reason, is that? No. Okay. Actually, though, you know what? Brilliant idea, number 412. Should totally have, like, this. Oh, shit, you can't place this like that. Can we remove this and do it? Yeah? Okay. Oh, but no, we can't do it like that. Okay, well, we have to do... I think everyone can see my budding plan. Just enough blocks. And then it'll hang from the roof, is the idea. Though it doesn't attach there, and I think that looks a little ugly. Also, we need to get rid of that. If I were to do that... No, it would not attach. Okay, we'll work with it. I think this looks maybe okay. I just don't know how I feel about the logs. There's got to be better blocks for it, but I'm not entirely sure what the blocks would be. Maybe... Smooth stone would probably not look that good, right? I think wool could look cool. I just don't know what wool color would be. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I'm getting Discord notifications, so please do not panic. If you're the guy who owns this house, by the way, and you see this, you can reach out to me on, like, the server, and you can be like, hey, that's my house, can I get a window? And I will, no questions asked, give you a window. I didn't really know what to do otherwise. But, you know, don't be no worried. I have shears. I have 2 shears. Why? What do I have 2 pairs of shears? Building that skyscraper is not going well either, it seems, which is a little sad. But you know, it's the art that counts. It's the attempt and the thought and the craft. Speaking of the craft, the Minecraft movie came out yesterday as I'm recording this, and I have heard very mixed things about it from people I know. Like, I have friends who went to see it, and they are, like, one of them was like, yeah, the movie's pretty good, and the other said it was a 4 out of 10. So one of them said it was a 7 out of 10, which is, you know, pretty solid for a movie. And the other said it was a 4 out of 10. Significantly less solid. What if I did like a half slant? Would that look cool? Probably not. Maybe I should just... I'm gonna need way more stairs if I'm doing what I think I'm doing. Hold on. Let me go back at this real quick and use up all of my planks for 1 second. Hold on, I do have enough for one more set. Why do you keep dying? It's just the way of the life, man. Can't stop yourself from dying. What's it gotta be like? Actually, maybe I just need... Okay, I don't need this. I need to, like, place dirt upon the leaves instead to make this work, right? Let me get this, and then we can... I can't tell if I lost that block or not. But, you know, whatever. Who cares, in all reality? Maybe I do slightly. That's a lot of wood. Do they connect? Oh, they don't. Man, that puts a bit of a blunder in my plan. I don't think there's anyone here who has a house like I'm doing as well, or a roof. I had to really quickly check home, because I did something similar, and I don't know what I did. Did I do something similar? Did I just... Oh, I used those. Maybe... okay. Huh. Definitely a blunder in the plan. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that. Maybe 2 sides should have stairs going up, and then the front and the back can be kind of done with planks, and you have 2 sides going up, like that house. One side up, just there's stairs on top, and then maybe windows or something. I think these guys might have done something similar, sort of. They went over, and then they patched the wall up, and then cobblestoned it. That might be the play. Go a little further out. The roof shouldn't take long to finish. This guy did it. This is also a very small house. Interesting design choice. Partially smooth stone and partially plank. I always forget, that's like a mailbox. I do not remember those being here. It's like people are coming out of the wall. It's a little freaky. Oh, now I'm second guessing planks though. What if I want to do stone? Stone might look better. I'm trying to picture it in my head, and in my head at least, stone probably does look better than planks. Or stairs, I should specify. Keep ignoring these messages. I'm asking, please. Thank you. Unfortunately, these take a long time to break. Unless they're... No, they're not. Actually, no, we keep these. So then it'll go this, and then... This is actually a very convenient place to do this. It'll go boom, doo, 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 doo. Wait, we wanted to do cobblestone. Well, actually, we'll just test it. How does cobblestone look? We can do like a very quick look at it and see. Anyways, I had a friend, one of my friends who kept sending me messages on Snapchat, and I was admittedly kind of blown away at the number of people in the audience who were, like, quoting all the famous lines from the trailer. Like when Jack Black pulls a lever and he goes, "Chicken jockey." People were so enthusiastic about it in the theaters. They were cheering. Some of them clapped. And it seemed like such an odd experience, but I think in a way maybe I'm slightly jealous. I don't plan to see the movie because I don't think it would appeal to me, but like, man, they had such a great time. And then when I one of the things they had sent was from when like the movie had just started and the Mojang logo popped up. And the audience clapped and cheered like Mojang was a pilot landing a plane, and the people for some reason wanted to cheer the pilot landing the plane. I'm just not a part of the pop culture, I guess, that like this film is appealing to. But I respect it too. Like, I don't, people should just go see the damn movie you want. Don't like have anyone infiltrate your opinion on how you should feel about it. Like I said, it was admittedly pretty cool just to see so many people like celebrating Minecraft as like a thing that exists, even if like it's probably not for me. Ooh, I'm like making this really bad. Okay. You good, man? You good? Build, bitch. In the politest way I said that word. I want to specify. Like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have. Build my good individual. Yeah. I am kind of curious to see what skyscraper he's building. Maybe at the end of this video we'll take a quick look over there and peek at it. Which I think this video shouldn't be that much longer. This is really the last part we have to set up. Though, I'm going to need a lot of stairs to do this, so this might actually be one of the last parts of the video you see, because I might have to go mine a bunch of cobblestone off camera. Or actually, no, I don't need to mine cobblestone, but I might need to go get cobblestone from my house. And who wants to watch me walk back here for the 30th time in this series? Probably some people. I'm sure there's any number of individuals who are like, I really like seeing the town and the city. I didn't expand that part over. I need to do that. So maybe I'll just include it. And if you don't want to see it, you can always skip forwards to... I have no idea. I don't know what time it's going to be. We're 27 minutes in. Admittedly, I didn't even know this would take 27 minutes to do, but here we are. I underestimate my building. So, if you don't want to see me run back through the city again, you can always check through the video and scroll forwards until we get to that part. Or, yeah. Man, I don't know how much cobblestone I'm gonna need. I might as well take 3 stacks. It shouldn't be 3 stacks, but it could be, for all I know. I'm trying to think of what I want to do next in this series. We're doing a building one. Maybe I'll do like an explorational episode that's not going to the warps, where I just kind of like wander the world a bit. There's a lot of things that like you can look at in this world that probably don't have like a meaningful warp point. There's a guy not super far from my house who has built like a giant circular shape into the ground. Like he's digging out this huge circle to bedrock. I'm not sure. There's a building project I want to do, Chunk Town, with my partner, where we're going to dig out a whole chunk and then put housing in the side of the, like, chunk that's, in, like, the sided, And if there's those caves can get transformed into something. And then we want to do maybe, like, houses that are suspended over the chunk. Really big idea. Probably extremely ambitious as well. But whenever we get around to that, I'll definitely post some content related to that. Although it may be more like me posting updates. Because doing that for a long time would probably get boring. So yeah, it'd probably be more like I do it and then we post updates. And that would be the series for some amount of time. Which might be cool. I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just one day on a limb, I was like, I'm gonna start doing shit on this server and filming it. And I think the 5th episode of the series has reached over 200 episodes. Or not 200 episodes, no, 200 views. Which is completely shocking to me because I couldn't imagine this series getting that much viewership. But it has. People are really entertained by, like, seeing what is happening on here. And it's really cool. There's a guy in the Discord, I don't remember his name, so apologies if you watch this. It's just bad memory. And he was like, yeah, I got into this server because of your video. And I'm like, that's really cool to hear that, like, people are getting into, like, this thing I really like because I just made a video on it one day because I thought it would be cool to make a video on it. And it turns out it was pretty cool to make a video on it. We're getting pretty close over here. So, and then we're just gonna, we make it, we need to go probably there. Oops. I think we can go one more up. Yeah, and they'll both meet. So I did not need anywhere near as much cobblestone as I brought, but you never know. Or actually, I'll need a little bit more, because I'm going to do the siding. Unless I want to do that out of glass. That's the thing I have to figure out. At least part of it probably won't be made out of glass. Oops. Roof's done, though. For the most part. That's not going to break fall. Yeah, you can't break fall damage in this version unless it's... I think it has to be 2 blocks deep. It's a very strict system. Compared to, like, modern Minecraft, you can fall a mile and, be fine. Here, it's... You fall a few blocks and your ankles are destroyed. Let's make sure we get rid of all this dirt, because it looks ugly. Make sure we knock that out. I did look, okay, so this is, like, back to the Minecraft movie topic. I looked up how the movie ends, because I was, like, really curious. I won't spoil how it ends, but they had the opportunity to do something that was, like, honestly probably pretty funny, and I feel like they didn't take the opportunity to do it. Again, I won't spoil it, because the movie is new, and this episode is probably going up 30 minutes after I record it. But I was disappointed by the ending. And I hadn't even watched it, technically. They could have done the craziest stuff. And they didn't. Oh, this block is here, too. I'll just see how this looks from the outside. It should look fairly good, I believe. It looks fine, right? I think that looks fine. I am popular today. Actually, it's a group chat going off, so I'm not really popular. I'm popular to myself. And that's important. Yeah, I didn't leave anything out and about over here. Cool. Okay, I might need to mute that server so I stop getting notifications every 5 seconds. Honestly, that doesn't look that bad. Maybe, though. You might gotta try it. What if we knock these out and we make them stairs? Does that look cooler? It looks kind of neat. It adds like a different kind of perspective. Oh, actually, big idea. Before we do a little bit of interior decorating. We'll knock this out. Do that. Boom, boom. And but, here's the big but. What if we had a staircase going up? Okay, first thing I want to do is, I'm worried mobs will spawn in here, so I need to make sure this torch is placed anywhere. What if, how... Out of curiosity. How would this look? Maybe like right here. Yeah, it wouldn't work. I mean, it might work, but not in the way I want it to. So I'd love for you to be able to like get up here and just be able to stand there, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that to work the way I want. Then maybe I'll keep it like that. I feel like it's kind of cool to have it sort of closed off. But maybe it's a better idea to use half slabs instead. I think half slabs might look better. Sorry, I keep switching blocks because I'm convinced that I am not playing this version of Minecraft and they'll break faster. He's building a skyscraper. It's gotta be over there, I'm guessing. Unless he's building it in a different town. So, interior decoration. What do you do? Maybe... if only that worked. This can't go that far. This can only really go here. I mean, I guess it's not that bad. In fact, what if we do, like, this out here? I think it's a little too disruptive to my eyes and both the road that they have built. And actually, Sweetwater Bakery. WIP. We'll put that there, because I do want to make cake and cookies and stuff and actually sell them here. But I need to get more stuff in. I think this looks like fairly decent. I'm trying to think if there's anything cool we can do with the blocks we have. Okay, well, first of all, I wanted to do half slabs, so I will put you here so you're out of the way. We will do 2 sets of those. Okay, well, unfortunately, that is not what I wanted to do. Oh, they still make one. Yeah, that does look better. I think that does look a lot better, actually. And maybe I can even do, like, a... Yeah. That's chill. Okay. I think this looks pretty good. I think there's small things we can do with it. Like, people will do... I wonder how it's going to look. I also don't know if they count as, like, a whole block. Like trapdoors without being opened. What is a trapdoor? A lot of wood is answer number 1. But I'm gonna do this, and if it doesn't look good, I guess I have several trapdoors. Yeah, that's cool. We want to do that. This guy is having, like, the worst luck. I guess maybe he's damned to do nothing but die with this project, which is a little unfortunate, but that's just the way the structural collapse occurs, although it's more of like a human collapse to the ground. It looks quite nice. And then maybe instead of doing that, we can do, we'll just see how it looks. What about this here? Yeah, that looks, I guess that's fine. I don't know, maybe I like the cobblestone more. Everything takes so long to break in this version, I don't know why. I think there was some kind of bug where, like, you couldn't break things with certain blocks, even though they were made with certain blocks, because they were just made with, like, a specific ID, so some wood needed some things and some needed others. Just like a weird mechanism like that. I like that more a bit, I think. And I will put this back down just so I can make more torches, because I do feel like maybe it should be a bit brighter in here. I need more torches in general. So, slap on the outside. One here. The inside is generally pretty well lit, I guess. Maybe like one can go there just in case. And then I also want to do one like up here. We should be pretty well protected from any monsters that come by. Wait a minute, I just had an idea. We have spares? We do have spares. Not quite the right block. I think we can't do these. Those. What are they? What are they there? Yeah, we can't do that. Though we can do. Maybe not quite that. Hold on. Hold on. We'll just use that because. Oh, you can't place them on glass, I guess. Oh, that's unfortunate. I just wasted glass. Also, they can't float midair. That is a bit sad. How does this look if I just slap a bob down? Not wonderful. If I do that, and then I just... That looks fine. It's like an employee area. There's no employee break room, so, you know, if you want to go vape your nicotine vape, you can just... right there. It might become very noticeable when the smoke rises over the pillar, and also the ceiling of this building has smoke everywhere in it. Like when the Germans were going to build that one very large building where I think it was like the breath of people would have created condensation in the sky that would have rained back down. Pretty nuts. But I think this is going to be the bakery. I might come back... Well, I'm definitely going to come back and add a few finishing touches. But I'll probably show this off in the next video, if anything. But I feel pretty happy with how this turned out. Maybe not there. What if I... Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Look, it looks like a Reddit upvote, my fellow Redditors. That's crazy. Anyways, I think that's where we're going to call this for now. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Actually, you know what? Can I see the skyscraper? I'm curious to see it. How do I TPA someone? TPA, I think it's... Okay. I will never remember where is where, I guess. 2042. Did I take the same thing twice? Am I crazy? TP Ergis Heist 2042. Okay, I have used that command 1,000 times. Oops. Wait. I'm slightly worried I will immediately die, so let me... I don't know where his spawn is. I'm worried it's hanging out of, like, a dangerous location. Let's take a look now. That we won't die instantly. Hot damn. Making good progress, though. Where is this? I don't think... I wonder if I should ask him, why not water bucket down? I guess this is my one question I have. I don't know where this is. Off the top of my head. I have a bed next to me. I guess, yeah, that works. True. Yeah. I mean, you might as well. I was kind of worried he'd have a bed up there for some reason, and when I spawned in, I would immediately fall off of the tower to my death, but thinking about it, it really makes no sense to have a bed up there unless he's working on, like, the roofing. And even then, I don't know if it really makes sense to have a bed up there, because then your items will be on the ground when you die, and you'll just have to jump and try not to die in a whole different way. I mean, I guess you could water bucket down at that point, but I don't think he had a water bucket. He had glass and diamond equipment, which is not quite the same. It's, you know, different materials. Also, liquid. Who's online right now? Speaking of. A couple people. Anyways, I think this is about where we're going to end the recording. I have nothing more to say about the build besides whenever I record next, which is probably tomorrow. Although I may not upload it immediately tomorrow. Oh, I'm getting like VSync screen tearing. Only when moving. Actually, that might just be a beta bug. I think that is just a beta bug. But when we get on next time, I'm probably going to do a bit of an intermission between projects, because we had the exploration project, which is just going to those warps. We have this one. Different, but, you know, we did it. Just something to spare us in the meantime. But until then, this video will go up soon. I'll just do a quick run through to make sure it didn't fail. And if this did fail, that is extremely unfortunate. But when I return, I probably won't be doing anything too crazy for the next episode or two. But I will hopefully get started on Chunktown sometime soon. And that will be pretty fun. I think the way that will go is I will probably not record the whole thing. Or maybe I will record the whole thing and I can upload it separately as like just raw footage. Like watch the building of Chunktown. 23-hour video. That takes up all the space on my E drive. But I'll do updates. I think as we progress, I'll do updates showing how the building is going. And those videos might be kind of short because they're just update videos showing things off. But I think that would be pretty fun. And if any new warps get added, I'll make sure to include them. 53? Okay, yeah, that was right. I for a second I was worried it was 43 and 10 more got added. But it's not. But, yeah. Anyways, I will see everyone, or speak virtually to everyone whenever I get around to the next video. But until then, stay sweet.